If you're in the vacation rental game, you probably feel it. The ground is shifting. It's 2026, and the smartest folks out there aren't just listing properties anymore. No, they're building entire empires. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can build yours.
Does this sound a little too familiar? You're managing these amazing properties, but a huge slice of your revenue, and let's be honest, your control is just handed over to some massive marketplace. You're basically building their brand. Well, that's a common story for sure, but it doesn't have to be your story.
Because, the future of this whole industry is all about ownership. It's about taking that control back and building a business that is 100% yours.
So this is probably the single biggest trend for 2026. All across the board, smart property owners are cutting the cord. They're moving away from the giants and launching their very own platforms. The big question is, why? Why is everybody making this jump right now?
Well, it really boils down to two things: control and growth. When you have your own platform, you stop bleeding money to commissions. You get to control your brand, your rules, your pricing, the whole shebang. But here's the real game changer: you finally own your customer data. I mean, think about that for a second. Every single guest interaction, every booking, every email, it's all yours. That's not just data. That's literally the blueprint for scaling your business exactly how you want.
Okay, so the tool that makes all of this possible is something called a script. Now, I know it might sound a little techy, but the concept is actually really simple. Let's just break it down. Think of it like a business in a box. Seriously, it's a pre-built engine that already has everything you need baked right in. The listings, the booking calendar, the payment system, all of it. You just come in, add your brand, your properties, and you turn the key. It's the foundation for your entire rental empire.
This slide right here gets to the absolute heart of it. With a script, you own the software. It's an asset. On a big marketplace, you're just renting space on their platform. And that one little distinction, it changes everything. It's the difference between being a tenant in someone else's building and being the landlord of your own. Okay, so the why is pretty clear. Now let's get into the how. With so many options out there, how do you pick the right one? We're going to walk through a smart buyer's checklist so you can make the absolute perfect choice for your business.
This whole checklist really comes down to three key areas. First, the engine itself. Does the booking logic actually work for your business? Can it handle your unique pricing rules? Second, the experience. Is it super simple for hosts to use and for guests to book? And third, the future. Can this thing grow with you? Can you actually customize the important stuff? And is the company behind it solid? Are they going to provide support and updates? These are the real non-negotiables.
Okay, you know what to look for. So who are the top players in 2026? Let's do a quick rundown of the 7 leading contenders on the market right now.
This gives us a great little snapshot of the market. You can see right away how each script kind of has its own specialty. Like, for example, if you're dreaming big and you want to build a massive marketplace, something like Zipprr is built for that scale. But hey, if you're just starting out and need a solid budget-friendly option, Chrono24 is your go-to. They're all highly rated, but they are built for very different missions.
So with all this info, how do you actually make the final call? How do you pick the one that's going to power your success for years to come?
After looking at all of these contenders, it's the ultimate question, right? Which one of these 7 scripts is the absolute best? The winner?
The truth is, there isn't one. Because the best script is a myth. The right script is the one that perfectly aligns with your specific business goals, your budget, and your vision for the future.
And this maps it out perfectly. It shows there's a specific tool for every job. Want to build the next big marketplace? Yep, there's a script for that. Need to get a beautiful site live like next month? There's a script for that too. The key isn't to find the best one. It's to clearly define your goal first and then pick the tool that's purpose-built to get you there. That's how you make a smart decision. And this right here is the ultimate takeaway. It is so easy to get distracted by a long list of features you'll probably never even use. The most reliable path is always the simplest one. Focus on what your business actually needs to succeed. Everything else is just noise.
So, the keys are officially in your hands. You now have the knowledge and the tools to build your platform your way. The only question left is, what will your rental empire look like?